In this live stream, we are going to be doing some live market updates. Usually, I want to see if I could try to do this live market update thing with a live stream with you guys in the chat. So I just wanted to try this kind of stuff out. I'm really testing stuff, going through some building phases during the summer. I think it's a good time to do that. If you're new to this channel, welcome to the channel. My name is Aaron. I'm going to journey to my next Bitcoin while helping you to your next Bitcoin. None of this is financial advice. We're just going over the news in the wild west of cryptocurrency. So thank you, and special shout out to anyone in the live stream. I know I said earlier, my son, he's 8 months old, 9 months old. He was crying, and so I was like rocking him to sleep and stuff like that, trying to get on live here for you guys. But let's get right into an update for everything that's going on in the wild west of cryptocurrency. So let's do it. We've got here, let's see if I could pull this up together, the Bitcoin chart sitting at 2307. This is after a big run up and a drop yesterday, because when we think Tesla sold off, or Tesla did sell off 75% of their Bitcoin, and I think that triggered a little bit of a cascade down. I think it's just a natural part of the market, but you know, that's kind of like what had just happened. And we'll see that this was kind of that shock to the system. But now we're coming back up. Just basic, right? Lizard brain TA for you. What's going on, Mike Thomas? Thank you for the haircut. Yeah, what's going on, Sharon? Yeah, I got a haircut here. I got lined out and stuff like that. So we're looking good. We're trying to look good for the weekend here. Green fingers, what's going on, brother? So crypto fear index is 33, just a little bit higher than yesterday, but 11. I think it's still fearful. I think this is a fake out. I think this is all a fake out. So just guys, be careful. But what the heck do I know? I'm excited to talk about the SEC today. I'm excited to talk about, and really that's the only thing I want to talk to you about. And I want to talk about my play of the day. So what's going on, Martins? Catching live. Yes, catching live. I love that you guys are here. And yeah, I'm trying to combine the lives with the video and like talking in live. And I don't know. I was watching, not Invest Answers. He does lives too, but he doesn't interact with the chat at all. And I'm not sure if I like that. Chris Crypto, what's happening, brother? But who's that Asian guy? My name is George. We're all George. You know, like I don't know if I like his style, but I want to try the live things. Let me know in the chat down below if you guys like these lives, if you want me to make more dedicated videos. The reason why I like the lives is because two things. One, I get to interact with you guys. I already don't do any editing, so might as well interact with you guys. And two, I think I'm botted with my dedicated videos, and I don't know how to break out of it. So I'm just going to do more lives, I think, if you guys like it. If not, if you want more dedicated videos, that's fine too. Thanks, Hader, for the one. Bitcoin dude, George R. Us. That's Christian. Thank you so much. Yeah, he's a little dry for me. But yeah, so I don't know. I need to come up with like a dedicated time. I think 11 o'clock works for the most part. Already Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday work at 11. I don't think that works on Friday, maybe Monday. So that's where I'm at. Anyway, I have different themes for these different videos, but yeah, let's get right into it. The first and biggest news is this: SEC says that these cryptocurrencies are securities. See full list. So before we start, okay, let's define some of these terms here. SEC, CNBC, ABC, TNN, you know, so whatever, right? The SEC is a regulating security, regulates these different securities for legality purposes. Right? I don't know how to put it. Like they just make sure that there's regulation there. No one's doing anything shady. And a security, I wanted to get the exact definition here, refers to a fungible, negotiable financial instrument that holds some monetary value. Okay, it represents. Let me bring that closer. It represents an ownership position in a publicly traded corporation via stock. Okay, a creditor relationship of a governmental body or a corporation represented by owning that entity's bond or rights to ownership as represented by an option. Okay, so that is a technical definition, but I think they would go into securities via this part: a creditor relationship with a governmental body or a corporation represented by owning that entity's bond. Okay, so basically ownership, part ownership into a company. Okay, so I think it's important to know that what a security is that they are looking at tokens or coins as part ownership of a company. Okay. Now, this whole publicly traded corporation via stock, that's not really relevant, but it is kind of equivalent. So I think that's something that to be aware of. Okay. So let's get back to this. The SEC says that these cryptocurrencies are actually securities. Okay. And so in its historic insider trading compliant, the US SEC explicitly stated that Coinbase listed tokens that are actually crypto asset securities. Okay. So let's back up here. What they're doing is what they're referring to is they launched like this legal like lawsuit against 3 individuals. I think their names are it's right here. I got it right here. Okay, Ishan Wahi, Nikhil Wahi, and Samir Ramini. Okay, and so essentially what happened was one of these gentlemen was a so this was a Wahi, Ishan Wahi, a manager in Coinbase Assets Investing Products Group. Okay, and he would tell his brother Nikhil and a close friend Rahman, these 2 guys right here. I don't know if you can see it. He would tell his brother right here whenever a coin was being listed on Coinbase. And as you know, and me, these coins would raise up anytime it would be listed on Coinbase. And so he would tell his brother, because he was a manager, he would know like minutes or hours before a coin would list. They would buy up that coin. The coin would be listed, announced, and news, and people would buy up that coin. And it would shoot up, and then they would sell the coin for a profit. Okay, so that's kind of what's happening with that. So that's insider trading. Okay, if you have inside knowledge for for something that's going to happen, a catalyst event that's going to happen on exchange, then that's insider trading. That's unfair. That's illegal. That shouldn't happen. You're leveraging your position for personal financial gain, and he's given it to his brother and close friend. Okay, and so it says here, earnings were at least $1.1 million of illicit profits, and Ishan violated the duty of trust and confidence owed to Coinbase when he repeatedly tipped off his friend and brother. Okay, so Ishan, Nikhil, and Ramani. Okay, so that's what's happening. So when they are referring to crypto asset securities, they're actually just trying to get this guy. Okay, these 2. So they're saying like, hey, this guy, in order for us to get him, we need to get him on something, and it's that these things are securities. And so they listed out a whole bunch of these guys. So here are the, let's see, here are the tokens. I'm just going to type in Ethereum. Yeah. And it'll go through these things. Let's see here. AMP is an Ethereum-based token. And so they're going to list out all these tokens here, and they're going to say these are all securities. And they like kind of just list what they are, and this is what they're doing. Let's see, what else is another one? Flexa and its founders, and they say stuff like, look, their Medium post, Flexa, stated that we take our responsibility to flex the community very seriously. We recognize great fortune. They're basically making a case that these guys are stating for themselves that they are securities. RLY is a token issued by Ethereum blockchain. So Rally is another token or security. Let's see what else here. DDX, XY, and the list goes on here, right? XYO. What is this one? RGT. So, okay, I've never heard of a lot of these tokens, but whatever. So this is the scenario that in order for them to charge these guys onto what's illegal, they have to look at what they did was illegal. But no one has made any regulation on these particular tokens. So what a lot of people are doing is they are calling for regulation, clear guidelines for these things. Now, let me pause before I kind of get my statements out, and I want to check out the chat here. Let's see. So Ron is not here. He's got band practice right now. So he's busy at the church. There's always someone who spoils it for us. I think this is a good. I want to get into like how this is spoiling it and how it's actually a good thing. SEC should go after Pelosi Capital for insider trading. Christian, I agree with you. Actually, it's so funny. I have this pulled up here because of that. Have you guys seen this video where she's like talking to this reporter and like this reporter is I wanted to share this video for you because I just think it's so funny. Can you guys hear that? It's quiet, but basically the reporter is saying, in your career, has your husband ever been used inside knowledge for trading and profit? And then she scurries off like the inside trader she is. So it's so crazy, right? This is they bought it multiplies and she just runs away every time. It's wild, man. It's wild because like these insider traders. Here's my take on it. It's like you want regulation to happen, but really the only time regulation will happen is when bad things happen. Like regulation would not have stepped in, and they don't step in faster until these things happen. A Voyager has to default on their loans. Celsius has to go bankrupt. They have to lock up withdrawals. Three Arrows Capital has to be over leveraged, and insider trading has to happen. It just has to happen in order for regulation to come in. Anytime someone establishes a rule, a law, it's because someone did something to invoke the need to establish the law. Well, it's the Wild West of cryptocurrency. There are no rules right now. This stuff has to happen. This stuff has to happen. Even Martha Stewart went to jail. Why not them? That's what I'm saying. Why? And this is the silly thing. This is the really silly thing. What are they doing not arresting Pelosi? They're spending. They should spend time in getting these three guys because I think it's better for the crypto community. I think it's better that regulation is in. It makes firms. It makes these hedge funds, these sovereign wealth funds, more secure to feel better, feel more secure to invest big money in there, in Bitcoin particularly. And I'm assuming they would want to invest in other coins. But like, what are we doing with Pelosi, man? Like, this is unreal. It's unreal. And so I don't know. Badger, thanks so much for liking the live streams. Hard to keep up with the other side of the pond sometimes. Let's see. Oh yeah, you're in UK. So thanks for watching, Green Fingers. I appreciate it. Aaron, whatever times you decide, could you put an update on the Cowboys Crypto website? Times. Yes, I should. Thank you so much for doing that. I want to keep stuff updated. I'm still testing. So right now, my live streams, I really am testing. I am thinking about the UK. And so I want to get it earlier, but it's very difficult for me to get early because of work and family and all that stuff. But thank you so much for the feedback. Anyways, guys, what do you guys think? Okay, is regulation is regulation a good thing? Is the SEC coming in a good thing? Give me a 1 in the chat if you think it's a good thing. Give me a 2 in the chat if you think we should be unregulated Wild West cowboys out here. I personally, you already heard me. I think it's a good thing. I think it brings in people, or it brings in big money to establish the community. And I want to bring in a couple more articles related to this. Okay, here's the CFTC commissioners speak up after the SEC files crypto insider trading. So the Commodity Futures Trading Commission they basically are saying it's like mom and dad fighting. It's like right now, it's like, hey, this is my jurisdiction. No, this is or rather, it's like the police and fire department fighting, or maybe like two government agents. It's mom and dad fighting, right? Because the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, they're saying they want more regulatory, get this word, collaboration after the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, lodged digital assets insider trading case today against the former Coinbase employees. They're basically saying, SEC, you guys are crossing over to our territory, to our jurisdiction, and we want a piece of this. Why? Not too sure. I don't know. I don't know exactly how that overlaps or what kind of collaboration. Maybe they're deciding on like how to define a security or what is a security. I do think it's important because I think this sentence was very important. The broad statute allows the DOJ to pursue any fraud that you. Oh, wait a minute, not the. La, la, la. Okay, the SEC, on the other hand, has brought a securities violation case in parallel action to the DOJ's criminal complaint. The regulator argues the alleged front-running centered on trading of securities. In its filing, the SEC made arguments that 9 tokens constituted as securities. Tokens the regulator had not previously clarified or called out as securities. So they're basically saying that you're making these things securities, and you're making these quick rash calls, and there might be a broader implication on the crypto market that you might not be seeing. You need to ask us. So it basically two governments not communicating with it. So I don't know. Um, so yeah, let me see. Let me check the chat here. It isn't good until they set guidelines. Yes, correct. I think so. I'm still out on it. Any new coin looking and Pelosi. Yeah, I do have a play of the day, Christian. So sit tight. So until we discuss the play of the day here. And Pelosi isn't the only one doing. She just holds the most power right now and the best trading record. She has an immaculate trading record. She outperforms hedge funds like BlackRock. She's outperforming BlackRock. So BlackRock needs to hire Pelosi for sure. And yeah, you're right. She's not the only one doing it. She is just the biggest one doing it. They call her Nancy the Whale. And I follow this Nancy Pelosi trading bot, what's it called? Twitter. So anytime she makes a trade that's a public trade, it gets announced, and then everyone just starts to buy that stock because it was like, oh, this is it. She's everyone knows she's insider trading. It's just, I think it's widely known. So I think that's extremely funny. Gensler, this is the chair, says the SEC should regulate crypto lending companies. This is something to be on the lookout as well, because they are looking at DeFi lending companies. Okay, so, or no, not DeFi. Sorry, not just lending companies. DeFi, there's no one to go after. It's a protocol, right? There might be some people, I guess, but it's protocol. But they're looking at like the Voyagers and the Celsius and stuff like that, as well as they should. They don't want to be over collateralized. But to me, this is silly too, because the equivalent of Pelosi to the lending platforms are the banks, commercial banks. Okay, like these guys are loaning out money. They're loaning out money that they don't have. It's fractional reserve banking. It's like silly. It really is, because you've got people calling for regulation, but you're missing some of the biggest whales, the biggest violators at the same time. It's ridiculous. Can you do a giveaway? I just need to win $100 urgent. I can't. I'm not sorry, Kurge. I do giveaway. I do a ton of giveaways. I do more giveaways than any YouTuber I know. Honestly, I've given away more than, I think I've given away to the tune of around two Bitcoin now, because Bitcoin dropped. I think I've given out the value of about 2 Bitcoin right now. So, there's always big giveaways. Maybe I'll do a giveaway at the end of this. I have no idea. I didn't plan on to, just for future, for heads up. Anyway, let's talk play of the day, because all this SEC stuff is. Oh, let me hold on before we even go there. I need to get something on my chest, okay? And it's this. All right. I think I've fine-tuned my theory on what will cause the next bull run. Okay. In relation to the SEC. Okay. Number one thing to me that will cause the next bull run is a quantitative easing. That is a Fed U-turn. Okay. That means that the government is pouring money into the economy again. I saw a tweet by Peter Schiff saying that the government is expanding their balance sheet again, and they're now turning around and pouring money into the economy. I think that's silly. I haven't done any research on it. It's just kind of a rumor, you buy the rumor type of thing. And so he's saying that quantitative easing is starting, even though that they just started quantitative tightening, means pulling out the money from the market. I don't know anything factually about this, but I think that'll cause another bull run, is more money into the market. Okay. So I think that's the first one. The airdropper, I can see you, brother. I can see you. Crypto isn't a part of banking cartel yet. Yeah, I know, right? Seriously. So teach them to fish. Yes, teach them to fish. That's exactly right. I remember you saying that statement again, Jay Crypto Minded. So when I had Brad on there. Okay, so the first one, quantitative easing. The second one, Okay. And I'm adding this to my thesis is the halving. I've seen now, we've seen in charts wise, like 3 halvings, and every single time the chart looks the same. You could essentially copy and paste that same chart over these things. It's a spike up, downwards, little, and then and levels out and then does it again. Just Google, we could actually do that together. That's why we're here on a live. Okay, so I think that's important. Let me see here. Bitcoin having, I think this is very interesting, and the Bitcoin halving is next year. Okay, so let me see here. Where's the chart? The Bitcoin halving is next year. So essentially, automatically, a bull run will start. Here we go. You see how this runs up right here? This is the first halving. It runs up right here. I'm not sure what happened here, but here's the run up. Okay, here's the next halving. Whoop, next halving runs up here. And then, of course, this is a little older, but this is what happens in this halving. So I think when we have another halving, I think it's going to be another time. I don't think I'm saying anything that you guys don't already know. This just seems like sense to me. So I'm looking for that as a halving, or as a catalyst. The third thing, again, I'm saying it again, is regulation. I think regulation will cause another bull run. Here's the thing, the halving soon, probably in a year or two. I forget the date. A new presidential election coming up. Quantitative easing could essentially kickstart a year from now, 2 years from now. Regulation could essentially start within the next year or two. I feel like all my 3 major forces to launch a bull run could come to a head very closely together. And you and I need to prepare. We have to prepare. We have to take our paychecks. We have to slice off a little piece of that, save it, put it in stable coin, and wait for an opportune time to buy. And buying it now seems to be a good move. I'm certainly saving my stablecoin. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to drop a little bit below 20,000. I think it still has some run to go because the Fed will, I feel in my bones that they're going to hike minimum 75 basis points, most likely 100 basis points. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's get to the play of the day, folks. Here is the play of the day. Oh, this is another thing. Hold on. I've got a lot of news here. Bitcoin, Ethereum poised for big price movements. You should note the date on this. June 27. This was nearly a month ago. And they're basically saying how they were looking at the chart, they're doing their TA, their astrology, drawing their Mickey Mouse ears, and they're drawing their, whatever lines and isosceles triangles or whatever. And essentially they were predicting at 25 to 27,000 Bitcoin if it closed above $22,000. And if it closed underneath 2028, it would be around the $19,000 level. I think this is ridiculous. None of this happened. Even the best, these pundits on Crypto Briefing or any of these guys out here are trying to predict Bitcoin. They can't. This has happened for a month now. It stayed around the $20,000 level. None of these predictions happened. And even if they did, you couldn't even place a bet on higher or lower. It doesn't make sense. So I only merely say that because as we go into the play of the day, who freaking knows, right? Like I certainly don't know, but this is just something that I found interesting. So again, without further ado, let's get into the play of the day. Agree. 100 basis point. Yeah. Regulation will kill big moves. Agreed. Regulation is bullish. Agreed. Ladder into short low. Leverage down to 17K. Geez Louise. Again, regulation kills precious metals stock market, puts government in control. When regulation comes out, I'm out. Wow. Okay, that's a good. That's a different point from me. Okay, but I don't mind the point. Regulation, you're saying kills metal stock markets, put governments in control. When regulation comes out, I'm out. Let me put this on the screen. Let me assess this if I agree with this. I would say I disagree in relation to Bitcoin. Okay. And this is just in all respect, right? I think I disagree with Bitcoin. Bitcoin actually allows us to be free from regulation. Regulation in regards to these other securities, I think I would agree with you. Um, they could certainly people could certainly manipulate the price of very volatile and young coins. Here's the thing, right? The volatility is what is one of the killers, right? Because that's what you could manipulate in. If smaller, it takes less money to shake up and change up markets. But I think when more money comes into Bitcoin, it matures, it stabilizes. Um, then the hype cycles, those are just hype. Like when regulation comes in, mature money comes in, and they stay and hold the value of that asset. But if it's like a halving or quantitative easing, I think that builds hype rather than building maturity into an asset, rather into Bitcoin more specifically. So I'm not sure if I can completely agree with that statement, but that's my mentality. Guys, what do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think of this statement. It's a contrarian statement to what I said, okay, which is great. I love the back and forth. I said I want regulation to come in because it brings in mature money who will buy Bitcoin and stabilize its price at higher level, meaning it will make it less susceptible to any kind of uh, um, manipulation. Okay, that's why I want regulation in here. Um, Crypto J Minded brings up another point. Again, regulation kills precious metals. Stock markets puts government in control. When regulation comes out, he said he's out. I'm saying when regulation comes in, we should be heavy in. Let me know what you guys think about these two opposing thoughts. I'm really curious about what you guys are saying. You guys are smarter than me. I like the Wild West, but regulations are inevitable and will bring in adoption needed. I guess we're on the same thing. You have the stock market for slow growth. You have the stock market for slow growth. You do, but you don't have the stock market. Let me just put me and Jay. Jay, you need to be on the show, man. I love it. You have the stock. I didn't mean slow growth. I meant stable growth. I probably misspoke. I don't mean slow growth. No one wants slow growth. I want stable growth, stability. And Bitcoin allows freedom from manipulation, freedom, and mainly the manipulation is in the quantitative easing. Okay, so that's the type of manipulation that we're trying to, get out of. I'm with Jay on this one. I think regulation takes power away from the little guy. I don't know if that's true in Bitcoin. I think regulation takes power away from the little guy in securities. I don't know if this takes more than my just initial reaction. I just want to sit and think on this. I think that's great. I love this thing. I'm learning, right? So I only see large corporations, hedge funds, and government benefiting from regulation. I don't, yeah, maybe. I think, yeah, they benefit in the sense that everyone's playing on the same terms. I think if we're buying Bitcoin now, I think it's even playing field. They can't once there's more. So Bitcoin is was it half a trillion asset right now because cryptocurrency is 1 trillion. So let's say half, maybe 0.4 of a trillion. Yeah, it's hard to manipulate that stuff when it's heavy. It's in like a $10 trillion range. It's kind of like gold. It's if we relate that to gold, then right, like it's gold really manipulatable. Yes, because yes, because then make you have to be a accredited investor. Yeah, but you don't have to be a accredited investor to buy Bitcoin, right? Who holds the Bitcoin now? Doesn't most of the coins percentage wise sit in top 500 wallets? I don't know that. I don't know actually. I don't know. I'm curious to know that. Just they did with Celsius investors before it died. Yeah. Okay. So centralized. I'm with you there, right? For centralized, I'm more thinking specifically for Bitcoin. For centralized, yes, I agree with you. There's a lot more regulation that could be, the power rolls into um, more powerful hands, right? Rather than like people like you and me. I think Bitcoin is still different, though. I still think Bitcoin's different, and for those aforementioned reasons, JP Morgan has been manipulating gold and silver for a long time. Crawford, I'm gonna pause and say I don't know anything about that. Okay, so before I use examples and before I talk about out my butt, I want to say I don't know. I don't know anything about how gold and silver are manipulated. I do know that gold and silver are used. People run to those assets when they're scared. I don't know how it's being manipulated. So fair point. Fair enough. I will concede there right now. But who says with regulations that they don't do that? Oh yeah, okay. So same thing. So you're right. I think this is a good discussion. I think I'm learning. I want to know. Here's the things I want to know: how gold is manipulated by regulation and more particularly big banks. I'm sure it is. It doesn't. It wouldn't surprise me. Okay, so that's why I kind of like I kind of go with that. I'd like to see the paper trail, as it were. I'd like to see how uh, regulation will pour power into the hands of the governments and hedge funds. I think the hedge funds are out right now because of lack of regulation. So they want regulation to more security. So I'm not sure if power and security are the same here. They want security for their investors, the people that are brought in. So I'm not sure if that's the same. I want more thought, more time to think about that, think those kinds of things through. But Bitcoin, I still think Bitcoin is different, guys. I still think Bitcoin is one of those things where anyone can buy it in the world, and no one can stop it. No one can take that Bitcoin away from you willingly. No one can duplicate that Bitcoin, and just inflate it. No one can do that. So and they can't even force it to you. So if they put a gun to your head, essentially, you die. But if they kill you, they still don't get the Bitcoin. If they kill you with gold, they could kill you and take the gold. So it's like innately it's peaceful, right? Bitcoin is innately peaceful. If I kill you and you had gold, I take your gold. If I kill you in Bitcoin, I still can't get it. You know what I mean? So there's no incentive to kill you. So I think that's it. Yeah. So yes, agree. If they shut down dexes, where do you buy? If they shut down dexes, where do you buy? Um, I'm not sure. I guess they could shut down dexes. I could think of, I'm assuming that they could pick up a dex anywhere else. Like you slap them on a VPN and look. If I'm trading on 1inch, I have to use a VPN. So they've already kind of shut down dexes, but there'll be other countries in the world that will supply dexes, selling gold certificates. So if you were to take custody of the gold, I should put this on the screen. So if you were to take custody of the gold, it couldn't be as manipulated, but people won't, because it's hard. If in theory, if everyone would self custody Bitcoin, it couldn't be. Yeah, that's a theory. That's correct. People need to self custody Bitcoin, because if it's not self custody, it's in an exchange, then it's being able to be taken, confiscated for sure. But we have situations like Celsius. Yeah, if they X-ray, eat crickets. Oh my god, no, crickets anytime soon, dude. Anytime no soon. If they is true, how did the confiscate Bitcoin from other people? I honestly don't know. I have no idea. I'm sure they, you keep your seed phrase somewhere so they could easily take that, unless you have it memorized under torture or whatever. So there's certainly, they can certainly confiscate somehow. You're on boarding somewhere. They just shut onboarding, and you have to buy from banks they set up for. I'm not sorry, Jay. I'm not sure what this is in reference to. I might have missed something. Here. So sorry about that. Yeah, clarify that one for me. I'm not sure. Mike Thomas, get out of here, bro. I'm not even no crickets. We have a bet going on with AJC and Infinite Crypto. I think that's that's 2 weeks from now. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Bitcoin was on a little bit of uphill trend, or bullish trend, but I don't think it's going to hold. So yeah, let's talk something fun. The water bill review until you see the seed phrase. Yeah, okay. Let's talk something fun, guys. This is the fun stuff. This is what like his calls and stuff like that. Vulcan Forge. You guys heard of this? This is the play of the day. Vulcan Forge posted this. Oh shoot, it's not even on. Let me get this on. All right, so check this out, guys. This is something that I have been alerted to. I'm just interested in. By the time your puny mortal bull run comes back, Vulcan will have already Metascapes, which is a metaverse builder, layer one busier than 90% of chains. I'm not too sure yet. Vulcan Verse stuff with new gameplay and VR, 500,000 users, GSP stablecoin, Elysium Launchpad. Another tweet here says, not to mention $100,000 wallets, the Sustainable Node Program, one of the best GameFi ecosystems, conjecture. 40 plus partners, including 3 huge fashion brands, its own NFT ecosystem, 10 plus games, its own NFT DEX farming system. And on top of that, 500 companies, including DKNY, the label, the fashion label, and more active users than Sandbox and Decentraland combined. I think that is very, very impressive. This is what Vulcan Forge is. Not paid by Vulcan Forge. This is just, again, another play that I'm willing to make. Olympian grade GameFi. I'm not too sure about all this. I think next time I want to download Vulcan Forge and like play some of their games, but a lot of this seems to be like trading card games. The big thing that really caught my eye was what Gaines said here. More active users than Sandbox and Decentraland combined. That was very, very interesting to me. Active users, 104,000 active users. Auctions sold almost 20,000. And then these games. I kind of looked into Berserk. One thing was not, I like the MMOs. I'm a bit of a nerd. I went to Tales or whatever, and this was kind of an error. So I'm not sure what happened there. Just calling it like I see it. You know what I mean? So this is a thing that I will be looking more into. I especially like the NFT marketplace. That's top 5 NFT marketplaces, I think, by volume. And look, I like these card type of games. What's it called? CCG games or whatever, TCG games. So I'm into that. I played Hearthstone for a little bit. Wasn't too good. You know, I have a lizard brain. Let's take a look at the chart here. The chart of Vulcan Forge is at $4.36, a little high for my taste right now. But I'm looking at this chart on the monthly just to see the trend here. And it seemed like it bottomed out at 2.7 and it's marched up to 2.48. We saw, to me, here's what I'm looking at. I'm not sure if this is correct technical analysis, but this is just how I feel. Whenever these sharp spikes come down, there always seems to be a huge run up, right? These run ups, sharp spike down, huge run up. So I'm just going to assume that there's going to be a sharp spike down from here. Okay, that's what I'm going to assume. And then I'm going to also assume that when that happens, it's going to do another big move up. Here's the daily. We are up compared to this $3.80. So this is $4.30, $4.40. If this happens, I'm not saying right now, but this is what I'm looking for. If I see a drawdown, a quick drawdown, I don't know how much percentage points. I guess I'm just going to look at it. If I see a quick drawdown, I'm going to buy in. And I'm going to buy in with a couple $1,000 and see if I could make, I mean, what's the price difference here? If we moved up from, let's say, $3.90 to $4.40, what is that, like 10% or something like that? So it's about 40 cents off of $4, so like 12%, somewhere around there. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't mind that. So make $100 off of $1,000. That's pretty cool. Look at it at its all-time high. Let's take a look at the all-time high. Whoa, shoot. $44 for the all-time high. That was at the peak of everything. Geez, that was inflated, man. Those aren't real prices. Those aren't real prices. That all-time high is fake. $44. I'm not saying it's fake. It really happened. I'm saying, like, I don't think we see these levels for 2 to 5, 10 years. I don't see these levels. These are too high. This is ridiculous. Like I'm just looking. It's like, how do we accept? I mean, maybe I think the bull run will have some more smarter investors will be around this kind of like this level right here. Sorry, that's too big. Probably like in these ranges, I could see him going around there. But yeah, that's so high. That's ridiculous. That's a 10x from here. That's a 40. That's a 10x from where we are now. If you got into $2, yeah, whatever. So that's my play. I'm looking at Vulcan Forge right now. I'm looking for a better buy-in than $4.40. I'd be happy with the $3 and oh wow, look at that, $3.20. I'd be really happy with that one. Anything under $3 is probably a steal. So let me guys know. Let you guys know. Give me a 1 in the chat if you guys like Vulcan Forge. Give me a 2 if you don't. Yeah. Let's see what the chat here. 2 years, I say. Yeah, you're probably right about 2 years. I'm agree with you. I have probably different reasons, but I'm agreeing with you. I also think that it might be the case where the midterm elections or the presidential election will have an effect on crypto. Oh yeah. Oh, y'all like Vulcan Forge. Okay, no. I should have changed it. Not like buying. Are you buying Vulcan Forge? Not now, but like eventually. Like we got to put our money down somewhere. So I will put money down on Vulcan Forge, 100%. I'm just looking for that time to buy. So I've got powder on the side, looking to buy. Uh, was this Pyre or whatever? I'm actually. Would you guys be interested in like if we played it? Like if I got Saran and we started playing some Vulcan Forge games or something like that. Is that interesting to you? Because I know it's not like a gaming channel, but I'm a big gamer, so I've actually got Red Dead Redemption 2. This is funny. This is a funny thing. I bought Red Dead Redemption 2 to immerse myself. It's like a cowboy game to immerse myself in cowboy immersion so that I could like understand, like I could use better terms. I could come up with ideas for like the channel and stuff like that. I think it's a little nerdy, but maybe it's my excuse to play Red Dead 2. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for chatting with me. It's been 40 minutes. I usually go, I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going live just because I really love, I mean, honestly, you guys, Chris, Mike, Badger, Jay, X-Ray, Green Fingers, other Chris, Crawford, even. I mean, who's in here? I'm gonna add people like Al and Half Court. I know they're not in here. Ezra, Sharan, Hadair, Martin. I mean, like guys, you guys have helped me turn a weird, fun little side hobby for me into like one of the most life-changing things for me, and like one of the best ever like side things that I've ever had. Like it's just so much fun just talking with you guys. Even now, you guys saw like I was debating with you guys. It's fun for like it helps me learn, it helps me grow. Hopefully I do something similar to you. I entertain or make fun or whatever. Hey, CNFT News is in here. What's going on? I'm oh, by the way, guys, I'm on the side mission of like just exploring the NFT space. CNFT is another influencer in there, their crypto space. Check them out. But it's one of those things where I'm like, I want to get into CNFTs, and Cardano is just it. So I'm sure you guys already know my side little foray into Cardano NFTs. I think someone asked me, did you buy the white NFT from ViFi? I did, and I will buy again. Full disclosure, they gave me one NFT to hold and one NFT to give away. So I will be giving away a white NFT on the channel whenever I get that from them. I think they asked for that address, but I haven't. Maybe I'll do that next Tuesday or the Tuesday after. We'll see. Next Tuesday is actually my birthday, so I'm not sure if I'll be on or not, depending on, my birthday celebrations. I don't know how to say that. Next Tuesday is my birthday, so maybe it'll be fun to give it to Saran and Ethan to run it for me. So I don't know. Would you guys be cool with that? I have no idea. Real news, real nonsense. That's funny. Yeah, check them out, guys. I mean, it's all good. I talked to some of them. I think I talked to I heard them talk on Shark Tank or whatever, and so I just wanted to reach out. So no, take your birthday off, dude. Honestly, I don't see this as work. I see this as hanging out with my friends. I know it's weird. Look, what a time to be alive, where I could see the same names pop up on the stream, and like I really do consider you friends. Like, oh, dude, I wish I knew more about you guys. Like, you guys know all about me, so I wish I knew more about you guys. If you guys want to be on the channel, you guys know me. I'll have anyone on the channel. We should have like Mike, everyone in here. This Chris Crypto, Green Fingers, Jay Crypto, Mike Thomas, and who are the other ones? I mean, we should have you guys all on the channel. That'd be a lot of fun. So yeah, we'll see if I'm on the channel. I'll definitely, if I'm not here on my birthday next Tuesday, I'll give it to Saran or Ethan. I'll just give them the login, and they could run CNFT Tuesday. I think that'd be fun. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for chatting with me. I super enjoy it. I mean, moment of like, I guess like sincerity here, but yeah, I really appreciate it. Did someone give me a super chat? Did I see that? Mike Thomas, thank you so much. What's a MYR? What is that? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what MYR is. I'm not sure what that means. But thank you so much, bro. Thank you so freaking much. I really appreciate it. Badger News. Is that, does that relation to CNFT news? I actually, truth be told, I haven't checked out a lot of CNFT news stuff, so I want to check out a little more. And then, yeah, maybe we'll have you guys on. I haven't checked my Twitter messages today, so I'm not sure if you guys were up for hopping on here on my stream, on a CNFT stream. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next.